Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
Question.
Yeah.
If you were offered $40 million,
Okay. You have me my attention.
would you start an OnlyFans page?
No, because I don't need to make the money. I would start a feet finder page though.
Okay.
For $40 million.
Well, you can put whatever on your OnlyFans page. It doesn't have to just be
because
the chimichangas and the...
Nobody's going to... Okay, yeah, if I could just sit around and talk to people, sure. But they're going to want me to do some inappropriate things to myself that I'm not willing to do.
So there's an OnlyFans model that posted a screenshot last week of her earnings, and she made over $40 million this past year, and the year's not done yet.
Yeah. You know what? I just think when I get to heaven, is the Lord going to be like, I don't know. I wouldn't. It's just not. First of all, I have 2 children. I would never, ever, ever, no matter how much money, like take my top off or whatever for strangers. No.
Cardi B has an OnlyFans, and last year she made $20 million, but I don't think she shows like all the goods.
Yes, but she's also super, super famous.
Yes.
I'm not. Like, nobody's going to be like, I want to follow this girl because
it's a lot of money.
She loves Jesus. No, people that make all that money trust me, are doing some major teasing. They're doing some, I mean, that girl said she does. I saw that on TikTok. That girl said she does some like private calls and stuff as well. No way, Jose. I would not. You would, obviously.
No, I would.
Yes.
I would write
Trey,
Bible. I don't. $40 million.
Trey, what would you show for $40 million to your subscribers?
Everything.
I know he
$40
would.
million. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't. Why would I do that?
And Zach would spend that money proudly. I'd be his little hoe.
My parents would never talk to me again. I have way too much. My whole family, I have way too much to lose. My kids would never talk to me again. My mom would never talk to me again. My dad would never talk to me again. My grandparents. No, like there's no upside for me besides I will be $40 million richer by myself. I mean, no, it would. Money can't buy you happiness. I promise you that. But you know what? You know what you can do to make money. This is not me giving you financial advice. And obviously, don't do it right now because I'm way too deep into it. But let's look at my Nancy Pelosi stocks.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is something I do just for shits and giggles.
Yep. You know what? She called me a few days ago and she was like, hey, did you take my advice and buy this stock? And I was like, let me check. And I didn't. She goes, big mistake.
Oh, it was up it's been up about, I'm going to tell you before I lie. I don't like
it was
to
up like
be a liar.
28%.
In 3 months, the stock I told Trey to buy is up 353.48%.
Whoa.
But I'm not going to tell you what this stock is because then you'll buy it and you're not going to make the money because I bought it at the perfect time. That was not a Nancy Pelosi stock. That was my really, really good friend telling me what to buy stock who knows what she's doing.
Maybe delete that part.
What?
We are 100% deleting.
That's insider trading.
Oh. No, it's not insider trading. She does this for a living.
Oh.
No, but you can delete it.
We're still going to delete that part.
Delete
just
what?
For, just for
my
you.
300%?
Well, no, just your friend telling you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
no, I'm up. I'm up 300%. I'm not going to tell you what stock this is because I don't think it cannot continue in this. Now it's only up like 7% a day and stuff. It's not, and I think today it's not even up that much. Today what's it up today? Percent change. Today it's up 5.22%. It's still going.
Woo.
It's still going.
How much do you have invested in this?
So and this stock?
Yeah.
I put a few thousand in.
Oh.
So, but okay, so back to my Nancy Pelosi stocks. Okay, so what I do for those of you who've been just listening to us is this is just for fun. And on the stocks I buy of hers, I didn't know how it was going to go. So I really only bought between $300 and $500 per stock. Okay, so I'm not rolling the money. I'm going to be honest here, but just to do it like as a fun thing. I need to go to total return. Whoops. Total percent change. Okay, perfect. Okay, so one of the stocks that she bought, and what I do is it goes on Quiver Quantitative, which is open to the public. You can look at it, and I look at that occasionally. And then whenever I see that she bought something, it's about I think about a 4 to 6 week delay on average. So it's after she bought it, okay?
But she's buying like
But she's
years before it's going to like take off.
Maybe not. But her portfolio always does really. She's always like one of the top people, like within the, the whatever government who does well. She's known for her stock picks, right? And I'm not saying she's doing something bad. I'm just saying she obviously is doing something right. So I am just following her. Okay.
How do the stocks you own, is that public knowledge?
When you're in the government, I believe you have to disclose that. Yes, you have to disclose that. So you can find anybody in the government. The only person I know who's really known for doing well in stocks is her. She's like kind of famous for it. So that's why I follow her. But you can follow all people in the government do it. You can follow them. But she's done well for me this year, I'm just going to say. Okay, so one of the stocks that I did was up so far 26.76%.
Wow.
She bought something called Palo Alto. I went right behind her and bought it. It's up. It's up 39.87%.
Okay.
Okay. One I'm down. I'm kind of disappointed that she told me. Just kidding. She not told me.
Yeah.
She bought General Dynamics. It's actually down 1.21%. She started buying NVIDIA again. I was like, you and me both, sister. So since I saw that she bought NVIDIA and I bought NVIDIA, it's up 31.26%.
Since they bought NVIDIA.
Yeah, since Nancy and I bought NVIDIA together. She bought something called Broadcom. And I decided to buy it with her. It's up 13.78%. And then the other ones I think are things that I just kind of did on my own. But yeah, she's doing well.
So how far are you up?
Well, I can't say for certain because I have other things. Now I've decided I'm getting into crypto just for shits and giggles. So, and I have a plan. I always go on with a plan, and I'm not heavy into it. But yeah, I started doing that just for fun. So I did really, really well during COVID.
She did really well during COVID.
I think I'm up
a lot of money.
Yeah, I think I'm up. I mean, my dad said, "How much are you up this year?" And I told him, and he called his guy and said, "I want you to give me these numbers." So I think I'm up like 50% on my regular stock portfolio that I have with my bank with like a legit thing. This is just something I do for fun.
What was your percentage you think you made with your COVID investments?
Oh, like probably 3x.
Yeah, listen, she had nothing to do, and she had that housewife money still coming in, and she was just like, woo, on the toilet, investing.
And I had just sold that house in Tulsa, so I really did well. I mean, I did not blow money when I was on Housewives. So anyways, pretty much, I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to join me.
That started her financial career.
I'm not going to say it's net, you're going to have home runs, but so far, what was it, like 5 or 6 that she's done this year that I ended up just kind of, I get on in this Quiver Quantitative. This is not paid post, by the way, at all. Like, they do not know me, nor do they care about me. But I've done it, and it has worked out. So now I can't say it's always going to work out, but right now it is. But yeah, I kind of got a little, I think.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp's 2026 State of Stigma report surveyed 2,000 Americans and revealed that 85% of Americans believe that getting support is wise, yet 74% say that society discourages people from doing so. And I find that very interesting because I feel like for so long, the stigma around therapy has often been that it's so expensive, but that is really where BetterHelp comes into play. BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists worldwide with the largest online therapy platform and have served over 6 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. BetterHelp's therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. All you do is fill out a short questionnaire to help identify your needs and preferences, and their over 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate mean that they typically get it right the first time. But if you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to different therapists at any time from their tailored recommendations. Don't let stigma stand in the way of support. Start therapy with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/weeklydose. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose. Some of the best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. They're comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for every occasion. That is why I love Quince. They make elevated essentials with premium materials like European linens, organic cottons, and washable silks without the traditional retail markup. We have been very loud and proud about how much we love Quince on this show. I'm actually wearing their jeans right now. I love their t-shirts, but when I tell you their underwear is so silky soft, you have to try it to fully understand what I'm talking about. Every single thing I have ordered from Quince, I had absolutely loved. And they're expanding into other verticals now too. They have caviar, they have couches, they have you name it. They've got their bedding. I've heard is incredible. I haven't ordered it, but I have heard their bedding is incredible, and I can testify everything I have bought from Quince I've absolutely loved. Ooh, including their denim. Quince also has beautiful 14 karat gold jewelry that adds subtle finishing touches. Simple hoops and dedicated chains make the most effortless outfits feel very intentional. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And fun fact, if you scroll on a product to the lower half of their website, they'll show you who makes a similar product and what they're charging to really reinstate the fact that you're getting a great deal at Quince. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/weeklydose for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/weeklydose for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/weeklydose.
Like with the next presidency, I keep seeing online that it's going to be a big crypto time the next 4 years. So I started buying a little crypto. I don't know a lot about it, but I have an exit strategy because what I've heard is see, now watch, I'm going to lose my ass. But I pretend like I'm at the casino. How much am I willing to lose?
Yep.
Because most people don't, because what most people do in a crypto market that I've noticed since I'm doing my research, I don't have a job, so all I do is really research this, is they will buy on the way up, right? So they'll be like, oh my gosh, this thing's exploding. It's up, 200%. I'm going to go on and buy it today instead of kind of buying when it's lower. So
that's so interesting because remember you told me to buy stuff the other day. I was like, all right, I'm putting like $250 here. And you were like, no, you should do like 10,000. I was like, oh, no, that's okay.
Well, I'm trying to get
She was like,
house.
what's the worst that could happen? I was like, so much could go wrong with that. And she wanted 10,000 for each of these recommendations that she was giving me, not just one.
I'm like, listen, because I just
like either you're in or you're out.
I just think I'm very lucky for some reason. And so my thing is I'm doing, and by the way, this is not financial advice. Do not take my financial advice because this is I'm not putting
give that disclaimer enough.
I'm not putting a lot of money in this stuff. Okay, I'm putting maybe like $200 to $300. For all these things I'm telling you about. This is just kind of, for the Nancy stuff, I just want to see what would happen if you do this.
Well, but now that it's doing well.
I think probably on average, I'm up about 30%.
That's a lot though, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's very good.
So knowing that though.
Knowing what I know now.
Will you put in more next year?
Next time she buys a stock, I'm going heavier.
In the thousands?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. I will go in the thousands. But with crypto, I don't know enough about it. So I'm trying to find out about it. And I think crypto is like a very volatile thing. So it's something that you can do really well or you can do really bad. But I think the thing that most people make from if you're a crypto holder, you probably are like, you're so stupid and everyone should know this. But one thing I've noticed is when things start really ramping up, that's when people will start buying, right? Like when Bitcoin's at its highest, people are like, oh, I want some of this. And then they buy and then it dips down. So never buy at the peaks, kind of buy at, don't.
Did you buy Bitcoin during COVID?
You know what? I did. And then I sold it when I bought that house.
Oh, doesn't that hurt?
I bought Bitcoin at
like 20,000, huh?
Like 21,000, and I sold
it over 100
because I needed to put 30% down, and I really didn't want to get into my stocks, so I sold my Bitcoin, and now but I have Bitcoin right now, and it just went over 100,000 today. But I don't have a lot in crypto, but I have like a very diversified crypto thing, and but what I'm going to do is I have like exit strategies. So I'm just going to hold it, and I don't have a lot of money in it. I'm going to hold it. And then whenever it like has like a 3x, I will sell like a percentage, right? Like when it's going up, I'm not going to just ride it out because I think that's where a lot of people do. They ride it out and then they get greedy and then they don't sell along the ways. And then, so I'm going to ride it out until my goal is, and I'll tell you how I'm doing this time next year, is I'm going, when it's on the upward, when I'm on a upward trajectory, I have my base amount, And whenever it goes up, I'm going to sell out. So say I put $1,000 in, which I did not. And it's like up 1,500. I'm going to take my 1,500. I'm going to take 500 out and keep my $1,000 base.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have that anyways. And I'm going to see if I can eventually play on the house's money. Make sense? I'm going to get my money
Just
back.
the money you
and
make.
Yeah. So I'm going to see if that's possible. This is my new thing that I'm doing. And I'm not putting a lot of money into it. So I'm not going to get rich. But I want to see if it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think people say crypto is like, some people make a lot of money. But some people just lose their booty. So I have a strategy that I'm going to do for us. And I'll tell you how it works. And anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I bought some stuff. I did some research on what I bought. I think I'm pretty good. And it may take, but I think that this next year could be a big crypto year. So I'm going to see what happens, what I can do.
Isn't that crazy that she made 30% on her investments this year and she still won't buy the Hulu subscription without ads?
Yeah, that's why I'm smart.
She is saving $7.99 a month.
I am.
By watching the ads.
Yes,
So
I
that
don't
she can
mind.
put more money in crypto.
I learn about all kinds of new movies coming out and all kinds of stuff. I don't mind. I don't mind the ads.
All right. Have you done any research into this shooting that happened last week with the United Healthcare CEO?
Oh, I just saw like a little video of kind of what happened, and I saw something of the face of the person. He had like a mask. You could see his eyes. Somebody has to know. I mean, somebody has to know who that is in the world.
So I've been on just a TikTok deep dive because I'm like, this is like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And did you hear the call from his wife?
No.
She like gave a call on like a news station or something. She wasn't as hysterical as I would be. I mean, but also maybe she just pulled it together.
Nobody is as hysterical as you. Let's be honest.
But so it appears that this was a hired hit or a professional hitman. But then I was watching a TikTok the other day that was explaining why this probably wasn't a professional hit, because they had a professional hitman on this podcast. And he was like, that is not at all how I would have done it. And here's how I would have done it. And he was like, there's 3 indicators why this wasn't professional. 1, because the guy didn't know the gun. He knew how to fix the gun, but he didn't know the gun. So he obviously hadn't shot it prior to that moment.
How do you know he didn't know the gun?
Because it jammed.
Ooh, okay.
So if you watch the whole video, like TMZ posted like anything before the shot was fired, but you can find the video of shots being fired. He shoots once and he's aiming for his head, but he hits his leg. And the guy was explaining with that gun, it had a silencer on it, so he knew somewhat of what he was doing. He wasn't trying to cause a scene, and nor did this guy run away. But like, mind you, he didn't just like
he's probably in
dash.
shock.
No, the gunman.
Gunman
didn't run
I
away.
thought you meant the guy. I was like, first of all, his leg is
Right.
shot, so he probably couldn't run.
Yeah.
And also, he's in shock. I'd be like, oh.
So he's aiming towards his head and he shoots his leg because with the force of that gun, it's going to naturally go down with the course of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets closer. He was like, if I was doing that and I was in charge of that, I would have walked up behind him, had the gun to the back of his head, and then pulled it.
Oh my
It would have been
gosh.
one. You wouldn't have had to handle anything else. And then carrying on my way. And he's like, I also would have done it in a busier crowd.
Really?
To where there's more chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy shoots him twice.
Okay.
And then just kind of like, all right, I'm going to be a friend to you in the way that Stephanie was a friend to me. If you are looking for something to get your swimsuit body ready as quick as possible, the only answer is Prolon. I have done Prolon now twice, and when I tell you, I lost 8 pounds the first time and I lost 12 pounds the second time. It is the best way to drop weight and just like cleanse your body, reset your system, and get you swimsuit ready.
And I'm telling you, if Trey can do it, anybody can do it.
That's
Because
the
this
truth.
man cannot stick to anything.
Now, I hate a diet, but Prolon is not a diet,
yeah.
it's a science.
So what I like about Prolon is a plant-based nutrition program, and the food is actually really, really good. It's soups. There are these like yummy crackers, olives. I'm an olive girly, so I love olives. And my favorite thing that they give you is this like little chocolate like wafer. That's my favorite. Like I put it in the freezer.
It's a little sweet treat at the end of the day.
Yummy.
My
Yeah.
concern was that there wasn't going to be enough food for me to feel like I ate that day, but there was so much food. The crazy thing about Prolon, though, is it tricks your body at a cellular level into thinking you're fasting while giving you all the nutrients you need to be be healthy.
Prolon has also been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, skin appearance, fat loss, with muscle protection, energy, and a healthier relationship with food.
Ready for your own reset? For a limited time, Prolon is offering Weekly Dose of BS listeners 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. Just visit prolonlife.com/weeklydose. That's PROLONLIFE.com/weeklydose to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/weeklydose.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp's 2026 State of Stigma report surveyed 2,000 Americans and revealed that 85% of Americans believe that getting support is wise, yet 74% say that society discourages people from doing so. And I find that very interesting because I feel like for so long, the stigma around therapy has often been that it's so expensive, but that is really where BetterHelp comes into play. BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists worldwide with the largest online therapy platform and have served over 6 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. BetterHelp's therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the US. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. All you do is fill out a short questionnaire to help identify your needs and preferences, and their over 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate mean that they typically get it right the first time. But if you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to different therapists at any time from their tailored recommendations. Don't let stigma stand in the way of support. Start therapy with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/weeklydose. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose.
I wouldn't even say jogs. Around like a car that's waiting for someone, around an 18-wheeler, and then to an alleyway. But there was a guy on a separate video.
Okay.
That he's been doing this for like a month for some reason. He's creating just like websites.
He's a killer and he's creating
No,
content?
this is someone separate.
Okay.
This is a guy on TikTok. He's just like creating these websites just with like random fun facts. And one thing he's been doing is he's been tracking city bikes.
Okay.
So the guy got away on a city bike.
Okay.
So this guy went in to the Lyft app, which owns City Bike, and reverse engineered the app to where he can find where these bikes go every day. And he has this website that like shows where the bikes go. And so he took the information that he had of when the shooting happened and the direction in which, where it happened based on where Central Park was. We know that the guy went through Central Park and he figured out, he's like, there were 6 bikes that were ridden at that time. And there's one that went north in Central Park. And I found it.
Where did it end up going?
And it's like, he didn't give full information, but I think he gave it to the authorities.
Good.
But isn't that wild?
I mean, but we live in a world now where, because right now, like the big thing out on Netflix is that JonBenet Ramsey thing. And I'm like, if that happened now, I think we would 100% know who did it because everybody has a Ring, door camera, everybody, there's so many, it's hard to get away with stuff now. And I believe. So even though he was on a bicycle, there's got to be so many people, so many cameras, especially in New York, on the street, on people's, I don't know.
You can't go anywhere without a camera. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
There was a message carved on the bullet.
What? Okay.
He had carved into the bullet, he had the words deny, depose, and defend. So Deny, Depose, and Defend is actually a book written by a guy named Jay Feynman. And it's called Delay, Deny, Defend, Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. Oh. So now they're assuming that this is
like somebody who maybe lost somebody or something bad's happening and insurance
didn't pay. Now, so this guy was in New York for a big conference. So the other thought is this guy showed up about 5 minutes before he was walking out the door. So how did he get a hold of his schedule? How did he know what was happening? He was on the phone prior to like arriving at that hotel.
That's insane.
So there's some sort of inside situation too, to where this guy knew he was coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. Insurance is, it's crazy. I saw something earlier with, I forget what the insurance company is, but it was a big one and it's in 3 different states. And they're doing it to where after a certain amount of time, this insurance company will stop paying for, what is it that puts you to sleep? Anesthesia.
Yes.
And
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
That's insane. Blue Cross Blue Shield. That is insane. That is you forcing doctors to possibly do surgery quicker than they need. I mean, that is you. Yeah, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And all that burden goes to, the person who's under, who a lot of people are in so much medical debt. I dated a guy when I was younger, and he broke his arm or leg or something. I swear to you, he didn't have insurance. It was thousands and thousands. I swear it was like I want to say it was like $20-something thousand. He paid the minimum like every month on this thing. It would have taken. I mean, I bet you he's still paying on it. The medical debt in this country is insane, and I don't know. So I would not be surprised if it was somebody who something happened to one of their family members or their child. And I mean, it's not right, but that would be my best guess of who it is, especially if it's somebody who it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of a mystery case, do you remember the story of D.L. Cooper?
I don't even know who that is.
He was the guy, he hijacked a plane. D.B. Cooper.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw this.
He hijacked a plane and escaped on a parachute and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they never
And this was
found
like back
anything.
in like was it the 50s, 60s, something?
Something like that. It was a while ago.
Yeah. There's a documentary on it for those of you who
and
want
it's
to find
very
it.
good.
It's so interesting.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
So they never know what happened to him. The case is still closed but open. And two individuals came forward recently about their parents. They're now in their 40s or 50s. Their parents have since passed. But they found stuff when they were cleaning out their dad's house that led them to believe that he was D.B. Cooper.
What?
They found a modified parachute. They know that he had jumped from planes before. There was something around, I guess he passed away a while ago, but mom passed away recently, and they think that she was in on whatever he was doing. So they didn't want to do anything until she had passed. But they came forward with.
Did they ever ask her?
No.
Oh.
Maybe they did, but they're not saying.
Yeah.
But they came forward with this evidence saying, like, hey, we think this is our dad. And they went and raided this, like, storage unit where they found all this stuff. And the authorities have now reopened the case because they have strong enough evidence to think that their dad was D.B. Cooper.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts.
I feel like I've told this story before. I went to school with a girl whose dad was in the Air Force. And he died in service when she was 15.
Okay.
And she didn't have a mom that she knew. Something happened to her like early on in childhood. And when this girl turned 18, she got a letter from a family friend along with some information that she had a trust that had $40 million in it.
Mm-hmm.
And through her she used some of that money to try to figure out, like, why do my dad didn't make this much money? Kind of found out that her dad was a spy.
Oh my gosh.
And thinks that her mom was killed because of her dad's line of work. And she had all these people that were around her that she thought were like family members, but they actually aren't family members.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy.
And actually, she went on to open a very, very, very successful business with that money. Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you knowing all the fascinating people in the world.
Yep.
Okay, well, Trey, I want to talk about the Kim Zolciak stuff because I think the house is sold. We'll do that in the next episode, our main Thursday's episode. But thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at We Could Host a BS.
Bye.